There's a couple of things in our world that bring nations together as one. One nation united against another. One of these things is ancient destruction. It takes lives of millions of innocent people and it's very bloody and brutal. This event is known as war. On the other hand, we have something that is aimed at something very peaceful and positive. It brings out the best in all of us as individuals and as a nation. These events are known as the Olympic Games. I'd like to tell you how the Olympic Games began in ancient Greece and also how they were once again reborn to become the modern games as we know them today. According to the Olympic Games, the first 1,000 years, written by M.I. Finley in 1976, no one is quite sure exactly when the Olympic Games began. But it was believed by the ancient Greeks that they were started sometime by Hercules, the son of Zeus, king of all gods. The first actual recorded games, which were in 776 BC, were only one event, which was about a 200-meter race. But as the years gone by, more events were added, to the point where tens of thousands of people from all over Greece came to view this Olympic spectacle. The first day, there were ritual ceremonies in which the athletes gave gifts, prayers, and thanks to statues of the gods and to statues of former Olympians. Over the next 3 games, the games actually took place. On the 5th day, the ceremonies were held to celebrate the athletes, the ones who were victorious, who brought home all of the wreaths that were worn around the head. The Olympic Games went on for 1,200 years before they were ended in 383 AD by the Roman Emperor Theodosius. For hundreds of years, the Olympics ceased to exist. But according to Richard Mandel, the author of the first modern Olympic Games, written in 1976, he gives full credit for the revival of the Olympic Games to a French idealist by the name of Baron Pierre de Coubertin. Coubertin wanted to bring the nations together. And in a quote that was released by a pamphlet by the United States Olympic Committee in 1979, he's quoted saying, "The foundation of real human morality lies in mutual respect. And to respect one another, it is necessary that we know one another." So with this spirit, the Olympics were once again revived in 1896 in Athens, Greece. Changes have taken place since then, such as women being allowed the competition in Paris in 1900, gold medals being given out in London in 1908, and the Winter Games being added in France in 1924. Also, unlike the ancient games, the modern games have been dominated a lot by politics. For example, in 1936, Adolf Hitler watched in Berlin to see his athletes, which he called superhumans, to dominate the rest of the world. And instead, he saw an American by the name of Jesse Owens take home 4 gold medals. Many politically controversial things have happened since then, but the ones you guys probably most remember is in 1980, when the United States led 50 other countries in the boycott of games held in Moscow because of the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. In 1984, the USSR returned the favor along with 17 other countries in boycotting the games that were held in Los Angeles. 1988 in South Korea was the first time in 12 years in which these 2 superpowers met once again. But even then, they were stirred by some controversy because North Korea was not allowed to hold any of the events. 1992 appears to be politically free so far, and hopefully things will stay that way. So hopefully now, when you watch games that are taking place in Albertville, France, and the games coming up in Barcelona, you'll be better informed of how they began in ancient Greece and how they were once being alive. Before my closing remarks, I'd like to show you some footage of just how these Olympic Games have brought the nations together. Hopefully, in the future, there will only be one event that brings the nations together as one. One nation united against others. Hopefully, that one event will be the Olympic Games.
Questions for Eddie?